a time.
Yeah.
This is
We
different,
are
I think
Journals
so.
Out Loud, an extension of our iOS social. Stop talking. This is my introduction. We are Journals Out Loud, an extension of our iOS social advice network app for teens. I am your lovely and captivating host, Louise Palinker, here with a panel of wise and wonderful teens to answer all of your pressing life and love questions. Thank you for your snaps. That was lovely. We're here with Victoria, Brady, Lyric, and Hannah.
Hola.
Hey.
Any shout outs that you guys got from the app that you want to mention?
Oh, I got a shout out of this guy. His name is Lauren. He has really long hair. He's an actor just like me, and he wanted a shout out tonight. So I'm like, okay, cool.
All right, cool. I love that the first thing you said about all of his qualities was he has really long hair.
I know. His hair is like a lot better than mine. And I'm like, oh, it's
want Lauren's
longer
hair.
and better.
Want
And
Lauren's hair. Any other shout outs?
I'd like to shout out to President Barack Obama. I know that you've had kind of a difficult year, and just keep going.
Long-time listener, first-time caller, President Barack Obama.
I don't think he's ever called.
All right, we're going to dive right into our big bag of questions. CAG, with a lot of G's, writes, how do you get over a breakup? Like you can answer that in a day.
Yeah,
I know.
That's a very general
I'd say
question.
listen to a lot of Adele, do a lot of weeping,
Yeah.
and like the kind of weeping where like you're heaving, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Get it all out.
yeah,
people
you
in other
want to get it
houses
all out,
hear
but
you. Yeah.
you want to get it all out, but like not alone, because then you'll start to feel depressed. So I would say like
With your
stay with
chocolate?
a friend.
With your
Oh, you're gonna feel depressed.
You
yeah,
can be
you will
you know?
feel depressed, but if like you're with a friend and then like you kind of feel like a little bit of hope in you, but like when you're all by yourself and you're just like depressed and everything, you start thinking like bad things. You're like, oh no, nobody will like me after this because like I broke up with him or something, and then I'm gonna lose all my friends and everything. And
I think you can be alone for like 24 hours. Like depending on your personality and how much of an introvert you are, you can be alone a little bit, and then you have to force yourself to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a certain point where you have to just like pick up and then like get going, because if you're just wallowing in it for weeks and weeks and weeks, which people can get stuck in that pattern, that's not going to be healthy for you.
Right.
You gotta get over it.
Like, you get to be sad about it for a little while, and then it gets where it's like, okay, you need to be strong about this. Like, everyone pretty much has been through a breakup at some point, and they've gotten through it, and like, you're just gonna have to tough it through. I'm sorry. But, and it's okay to be sad, but you don't need to let it affect everything in your life, because then that's like you're letting another person give you power for how you feel, and that's not like so strong, you know what I mean? Like after a certain point, after how long would you guys say it's
2
okay
weeks?
to be? Yeah, but then after that, like after a month, it gets like, okay, you
The
need
thing
to
about it
get
is,
back
like,
in the game.
It's like, we believe there should be something that makes you feel better for absolutely everything. Like, oh, you stubbed your toe, take an aspirin. But sometimes things just have to hurt.
Yeah.
And while it's hurting you, you're building up a callus to it so that you can actually think about it without bursting into tears. So you shouldn't just anesthetize yourself or do something that prevents you from feeling the pain. You should walk through the pain. And like I went through a breakup, and I just would like walk for hours. Just like walking for hours.
Yeah, but like
in the rain.
from like
Okay.
everything you can learn from it too. Like, hey, I'm not interested in a guy like that, or something like that.
Yeah.
You learn from everything that happens in your life, and you're still learning until I guess you die.
Yeah.
Oh.
But not after that.
No.
No, I don't
Then
think so.
class
not after
over.
that. It's done. It's done.
That's over.
Then
Sorry.
you graduate.
Finally.
Yeah. All right. You guys gave really good advice. That was really nice. All right.
Hey, you know what helps for breakups?
What?
Is the joys of being single. Right.
Right.
I know
Oh,
you
have
got
you
all the
seen that
boys
BuzzFeed
hitting on
video?
you.
No, this is not everything is on BuzzFeed, Lyric. This is
you should
life.
look up.
What?
You should look up on BuzzFeed the joys of being single.
No,
It's the
listen.
best.
No, just enjoy being single. You don't have to watch an internet video.
Well, that can help.
Maybe. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I do during breakup scenarios anyway. Is I just watch cat videos.
It's just cat videos.
Oh yeah. I mean, but that's like the typical, cat videos and ice cream.
Cat
Is
videos
like
are great.
the soul of
And
this
dog
age.
videos.
Dog videos are so sad.
Yeah.
Well, to me, probably because like
Wait,
I lost
what?
a dog. I know.
What do you watch, like puppy mill videos?
I don't know.
Don't do that. That's a bad
Like,
idea.
sometimes when people lose a dog, you know.
Oh,
it's just
that's-
No, but
yeah,
don't
that's
watch
all
those
different
videos.
story.
Watch like cute puppies that are like.
have to-
Why would you watch that? Why do you think that's
I
like
watched,
cute.
I
That's
watched
so cute.
Marley and Me.
You have to
Those are
narrow
good
your
for
search.
now.
Narrow your
That's-
search.
no.
Happy dog videos.
Okay, but just saying, don't watch happy couple videos.
No, they're the
That's
worst.
the worst.
No, that's bad. Yeah.
What?
Watch
hate
bad
those
couple.
people.
No, I'm joking. But just
like-
don't watch couple videos.
Cats and dogs are pets. Couples are not. Like happy
They
couple.
could be.
It's horrible.
When would you
You
watch
should get
happy
a nice
couple?
pet, and you'll have something to take
That
care
No,
of.
just like
sounds
relationship
weird,
goals.
Louise.
You want to watch relationship goal videos.
We're gonna move on to the next
Okay.
question.
Okay, I really want to answer this question after you because
Yeah,
All
Hannah's
right.
homeschooled. so-
Coconut writes,
Hana,
I'm
Hana.
homeschooled. I'm a junior now, and I like it. My grades are better than when I was in school. But I've been so lonely. It really hit me tonight because tomorrow is Halloween, and I have no plans with anyone. Everyone is with their friends and having fun, and then there's me. I don't want to go back to regular high school, so I'm stuck. All right, so you are homeschooled.
I'm
and
homeschooled.
yet
And I
not
have been.
Good, like,
sad or lonely.
I could compare it to this. I was really upset. I was lonely because I only have my family, and my family gets really, really boring. And
They're
like,
here.
I was like,
They're listening right now.
They're probably like watching this, but yes, it's true. You guys get boring here and there because you know I gotta hang out with different people, you know, and like my parents are like, oh no, it's homeschooled. Your grades are up. Like once you don't. Since I'm a social person, my grades like kind of start to go down because I work with people and it's really hard. And once you like start to get depressed and everything, and then like your grades will go down with it. So my mom was actually talking to me about this. I forgot what it was called. But it's like
Conversation.
a place. But like it's a place for homeschoolers. Actually, you could search it online, and so sometimes they have some meetups. And I was talking to like one of the people like online, like, hey, well, not online, like for like people who were like working the homeschool thing, the online school. They said you could actually go to real school and enroll in their sports. I'm like, oh, I never knew that. So
Oh, yeah.
like I would do that at times, and yeah, pretty much. Victoria.
I am homeschooled and I've been homeschooled. I've never been to public school, but I've never really felt lonely. But I know that what my mom and my sisters and I used to do is go to like a co-op or a homeschooling group. They usually meet up at parks, theme parks, whenever people are in school.
This sounds really shady.
No.
No, I know. No, you're absolutely right. Go ahead. Aaron.
Hey there. Actually, if I can put me on camera, sort
Aaron
of.
is a professional
Aaron. Oh, wait.
homeschooler.
Here we go. So, yeah, never mind. You can't really see me. That's okay. You're going to watch Wheezy for a bit. So I am a homeschooler. I've been homeschooled since I was about third grade, and then I got out of school, thankfully. And that was mostly for medical reasons and whatever else, but it worked out really nice. It was one of the best things that's ever actually happened to me. I wound up going to UCSB, and I graduated, and that was all fine and good. I don't think I ever had a problem with loneliness because, first off, I had a sister and I was very close with her, bizarrely close. Like, we were like friends. How weird is that? And beyond that, homeschool groups absolutely are totally a thing. They're not sketchy. They're awesome.
I was teasing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Just the whole theme park after hours.
Theme park after hours. Oh, my God. Just there are people like you, and you can pretty easily in your area find people to connect with. Like, that's not going to be a problem. Look online; they're everywhere.
Just put in homeschoolers and your area. You can find plays to be in. You can find musical groups to join. You can find all kinds of really great stuff. Were you done, Victoria? Did you have more to add?
I have a little bit more. Like the homeschooling groups, they also meet at like parks. They have different activities, and you get to meet really, really cool people. So
Join
join.
Join today, Brady.
Okay. I think I'm not a homeschooler, and I've never been homeschooled, so I don't have that same perspective that Victoria and Hannah and Aaron do. But I would say not everybody might get along in a homeschool group, just because I feel like being homeschooled is one of those things that it's not like, I mean, it can be definitely like a unifying factor, but it doesn't really have a lot to do with like your interests or anything like that. Like I would say, if you don't have to necessarily find these musicals and activities through the homeschooling group, but there's so many things going on, especially if you live like, in a major city. There's plays that are happening, and there's classes that you can take that are apart from school, like an improv class or anything. Aaron, you might want to add something.
Yeah, absolutely. You are completely correct that homeschoolers don't necessarily like the same things, but within homeschool communities and homeschool groups, you do find that like a Shakespeare
Sure.
class pops up
Yeah.
and you start learning acting that way. But no, you're completely right. Like there's no harm in expanding out and going to these theaters and going like these local theaters, whatever else, going to these sports events and clubs, like that's also on the table. You don't need to stick to one thing, but the variety within homeschool groups also, if that's what you're looking for, there's a massive variety both in terms of the homeschool group type and the things that they do inside of it.
But
So
don't
worry
you
about
think that her parents, if they have the time to homeschool her, how did they get to the point where it's Halloween and she has 0 friends? Like, why
Yeah.
aren't they
Well,
more
but
on
it might
top
be
of
a new
this?
thing now.
Maybe, but you get to say, "Hey, Mom, my social development is as important as my grades." Lyric.
Well, I just wanted to say, just going off of with the classes, I did homeschooling in around 4th grade for like a month or 2, and I've also I'm in 9th grade now, but I was looking into doing homeschooling for high school, and I found an amazing place where it's just homeschoolers and they have classes. They have, like I think they might have acting.
It's
they
called
have,
school.
Exactly, it's school. It's pretty much school, but you're gonna meet people who have the same interests. But I think, I don't know, maybe for me, it kind of took a little while for me to realize that I was kind of lonely being homeschooled, or that I would be lonely being homeschooled. So I think that this person may be feeling kind of like, I just realized that I need people.
Yeah, and that her friends had
Yeah.
made plans, and all of a sudden it's Halloween.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like Halloween. That's one of those holidays that's like
Early in the
everyone's
year,
going
yeah.
together, and you realize, okay, I don't have anyone. Yeah, Hannah.
Okay, so I really understand this person because I wasn't homeschooled until like I was in public school until 6th grade, and I was homeschooled 7th, 8th, and 9th, and I haven't really been doing good because like I said, I work with people, and so I'm guessing this person, he's a junior. What's a junior?
In high school, you'd be like 16,
Oh, okay.
17?
Okay,
is
so
that 10th or 11th grade?
Yeah, that's
I
11th
can't
grade.
remember. Okay.
That's 11th grade.
Yeah,
So
okay.
16 or 17.
So he was like in public school for a really long time, and a transition like that is really hard because, like
Yeah.
you said, like you were in public school, and then you went to homeschool, and then you went back to public school. You never been homeschooled, and I would have to say the transition, like it's really easy at first, but like I have to say it's really stressing for me because they really pressure you in homeschool, and they expect you to get everything done because you're homeschooled. You can do it anytime, and so you have nothing else to do, and so you just go for like 6 or 8 hours straight, and like you only get like 1 hour break time for like lunch and everything, and I really really don't like it. But Aaron.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick that everyone homeschools differently.
Yeah.
That you're going to find very massively different experiences person to person. Even people who go to the same homeschool groups homeschool very differently. I know that like your experience that you're talking about, I have friends who had experiences like that, and my experience was not like that at all. So it's homeschooling is also a process, right? You need to find out what works best for you and also for your own family, whoever you're schooling with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Victoria.
Please.
Yeah, Victoria.
I mean, it's not going to get worse. You're going to make friends if you go to, especially if you go to a homeschooling group, or even people around your neighborhood, even if they are still schooled regularly. It's going to get better.
But
good attitude.
with me, like my friends are in high school and everything, but they're busy because some of them are in bands, some of them have like all these after school activities, and you can't hang out with them. So
yeah,
that's
it could feel like you get left behind.
Yeah,
you know, in a
They've
lot of
all
ways.
started on their activities. And,
Yeah, they're moving on, and then like they're forgetting about you. I mean, that happened in my neighborhood, and I'm like, oh, I don't really have any friends.
Which is weird to see them coming and going and like, oh my gosh, we're drifting
Yeah,
apart.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lyric.
You know, also, can I just say one thing is that sometimes it's hard to find a group of homeschool people. I know that, like where I live, I said that there is this place, but it's kind of a little bit far away. So, like, for me, there would be no homeschool group near me. And so if that is really, and I know that you said that you don't want to go to school, but you can sometimes go to school kind of part-time. I've seen that happen in certain situations where you can go to a couple of classes at your school and then just homeschool for the rest of the time and do your homework at home. But I mean, if you're feeling really, really lonely, you may want to consider finding some school that you can kind of go to part of the time, you know?
Yeah, but like if you don't like stay cooped up in your room like all day or something for like weeks, or like just like bringing food and hoarding everything
Don't
in.
do that.
Don't do that because you get like really depressed because
And ants.
yeah, that kind of
Yeah, that too.
I
Oh,
already
man.
had that experience and it was pretty bad. I was like, oh, I was so depressed. I was like crying to myself. I was like yelling at my mom and dad. I need to go back to public school.
Well, the first
Because
part
it
of
was
solving
that
a problem is
horrible.
like owning it, claiming it, saying it out loud. And so by writing us this letter, you did the first part. You said there's a problem. So now it's like, all right, well, this problem can be solved. Let's just let the adults in your world know that you need to have a social life, because that's part of growing up, is learning how to get along with other people and who you are within a group of people, and it's key. And just because your grades are better doesn't mean that everything is perfect. You need a social life. That is what teenagers do. They socialize. They have to figure out who they are in the world. We're going to move on to the next question from Mac198. What is your opinion of a girl who is 16 and has never had a boyfriend?
Good job.
Brady.
What's my opinion?
My
It's
opinion,
like-
Brady's opinion is, what is her number?
Brady just turned 19.
I'm 19.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
a
thought
little
he
He's
bit-
like
turned
over the
20.
hump.
Age inappropriate. All right.
Wait, what?
I thought he just turned 20.
Age inappropriate.
Oh, I thought you said
No.
something else.
Where'd you
Wait.
hear that?
No.
Is
That
that a
was
rumor?
Josh. That was Josh. Josh just almost.
No,
turned
Josh.
20.
Okay.
Did Josh turn 20?
I think so.
All right. Well, Josh,
Anyway.
let's give a shout out to Josh because he's having his wisdom teeth pulled.
Josh.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Keep
Good luck.
ice on
we
it.
love you.
Keep ice on it.
Good
Ice-
luck getting up your bunk in
Ice,
the
ice
room.
baby.
He's like zonked out of his mind right now.
I don't have
I
any
hope
kind
you're
of.
watching the show.
All right, back to the show. I don't have any opinion, positive or negative, about a 16-year-old who's never
Yeah.
had a boyfriend, because many people don't date until they're in college or after college. It's everyone's timeline is different. What do you guys think?
This isn't a thing that defines you.
No,
It's
No.
not like a defining factor.
You're not
you know?
necessarily a nun because you're 16 and have
Yeah.
No.
Victoria.
I mean, I haven't had a boyfriend and I'm 15, so it's pretty close. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No, there's no hurry for romance. It's not going anywhere. Lyric.
Also, like, there's a lot of things where people rush into it too quickly. So just,
Yeah.
I don't know if this person, if you're watching this, if you have not had a boyfriend because you just kind of want to play it safe, or it's because you just haven't met a guy yet. But I mean, there's no harm in waiting for these types of things, because then you might be able to have a longer relationship and a stronger relationship because you're older and more mature and so on.
That is a really good answer, and I just want to point out that I love looking at the way the question is phrased, and this one is phrased in a way where they worry about what other people think.
Yeah.
And I honestly
Yeah.
don't think that. I don't know if right in the age group, which is about where you are, Lyric, if you have opinions about people that don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, because I don't remember having that opinion when I was that age.
No,
I know.
One way or the other, it was like whatever.
But like
Yeah.
most people these days,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
most of my friends, most of my friends and the friends of friends, they will start judging you because you actually didn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They will start making fun
That's
of you.
Even
wrong.
if they're dating
Don't
the
be-
wrong person,
Yeah.
is that a better idea?
Huh?
To be dating the wrong person?
Yeah,
just
some
because-
people
No,
just
but,
date
like,
anyone.
I know, but people like start to like make fun of you, and like you start to get like, oh.
I mean, I don't think that
I
that's-
need one right now.
Where was this?
It was at when I was back in school.
In middle school?
In middle school,
That's
and then
not
like
good.
even now. Like,
middle
people-
schoolers are crazy.
sorry.
Yeah, people
Middle schoolers
start-
are just out of their mind. They
Wait,
have
but
no
we might have
clue.
a middle
Look,
school
people-
audience.
People.
We might have a middle school.
You're out of your mind if you're in middle school. Most likely,
Get
yes.
out of there.
It's
Get out of
true,
there,
though. It's true. You're out of your mind, and you don't know what you're saying. Most of the
People-
things that are posted on the app from
You
people
were
in
in
middle
middle
Dude,
school.
Come
of
on,
course, and I
people-
was crazy. I was
forget-
absolutely nuts.
I feel like I know people because they start to get really rude and really messy. I'm just over here like,
yeah, because
oh my
they're in middle
gosh,
school and they're
shut
not
up.
humans
No,
yet.
not
You're
middle
considered
school,
a person
middle
until you
school.
turn.
Okay,
Oh
wait,
my God.
guys. If
So sorry.
someone is talking, don't talk until they're done. Otherwise, it sounds like
That was
one of
like-
those news programs where everyone is
True.
just shouting. So if Brady has started a sentence, you can put your hand up, and when he's done, he'll point to you. But go ahead and finish your thought about how insane middle school.
It's just true. It's you don't have the ability to form correct opinions until you're in. I mean, even in high school, most people are just like totally insane with what they think about the world because you're not being exposed. You're still in your cliques. You know, you're not being forced to be exposed to all these different kinds of people and all these different kinds of life situations because you're an adult.
All right, then why do
Okay,
you feel
Lyric,
like
what do you feel?
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
you know what? Hannah can go ahead.
Hannah
She was
was
waiting
waiting.
so long.
you.
Just because I know what you're gonna say,
Me?
Hannah.
Okay,
Come on,
okay.
no. I mean, middle schoolers, high schools, and elementary kids. Yes, they do all that. They make fun of you, and it gets really brutal.
Yeah.
Not every single.
Not every
person,
single
though.
one.
We
Like I
can't
would
make
have
a
to
gen-
say
you know.
the popular people, the popular kids. Maybe
the
the
They're
popular
even
kids
more
all have
insane because they
boyfriends.
think that they're special, which they're not at all.
Okay, try to talk in a clear opening. And not
Okay,
while
Larry.
someone
Okay,
else
so
is-
just
I'm
kind of
sorry.
bringing it back.
Yes.
I think, yeah. I mean, none of us. We don't feel we wouldn't judge you if we knew you.
Right. So my question then is like, since we know that kids can state an opinion when they have no business having one and be very judgmental with their opinion, what's a good response, especially if it's coming from some popular kid who's making some kind of snotty remark about your dating life or lack thereof, Brady?
Well, if you're like already aware that everybody around you is just out of their mind, then you've got a big leg up. But chances are, if you're in middle school, then you're thinking, well, no, I know what's going on in the world. I'm mature. I'm mature for my age, which you're not, but you're gonna believe that because that's just how
That's
you
what
are right
kids
now.
think.
But you'll realize later on. But if
Oh,
you
God.
do realize that people are being irrational, the people around you, the middle schoolers or whatever, even in high school, this happens. I mean, just sequester yourself away from it because it's it's hard to engage with it,
Right,
or
but
just
I
be
think
really
that-
cool.
I think that
Oh my
people hide how little they know by stating things as fact.
Yes,
When they are not
That's
fact.
exactly
Oh, that is the
true.
worst.
And
Oh my
so
God.
maybe we can come up with a sentence that works where you just look directly at the person and say, and you would know because.
That is
Well,
good.
yeah. You just say no. Just say no. Not even to drugs,
Say
but just say no in
Just
general.
everything.
Because
Just
you've been
someone's like,
married
"Hey."
and divorced 7 times? Okay. Go
know.
ahead, Lyric.
So I have no idea what I was going to
Okay. I know a girl who's like dated about 64 guys in her.
Wait, no,
You
that's not
count?
possible.
Yes, it is possible.
No,
One
that's
every
not
day.
possible.
One every day.
Is she a Kardashian?
Topical reference.
But she like
Great. What are the kids?
but she like dated like 64 guys and she's like making fun of me. Hannah, she's like, Hannah, you need to date people. Come on. You gotta
She
get
has a
into the
problem.
business." I'm just over here like, oh, you could go ahead and move along. I have my own life to live. That's a lot better than yours. So just go ahead. I know.
Well, I mean, like,
could-
everyone's always trying to hurry up to grow up, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's a big thing. You've heard so many people like, you don't need to grow up so fast, but like it's really true. Like honestly, I want to be a little kid again, and like that sounds really sad, but it's true. And things get more complicated, but don't grow up too fast. You're welcome.
That's great
Slow down.
advice, Lyric.
It
How does
really-
one do that?
It really is. Oh, I guess Lyric was kicking the mic stand.
Sorry, it's a really bad habit.
No, it's like, and you know what? It was
my
while
foot
you were
is just
talking
there.
about being a little kid, you were behaving like a little kid. Ooh, I just flung my straw across the room.
But we're
All right,
learning.
so that
We're
happened.
learning.
Yeah.
We're all little kids.
No, we all are always little kids in heart. Part of like shyness or insecurity or worrying about being judged or what other people think, so that you jump into like dating so that you can have someone who plays the role of boyfriend in your life so that other people would leave you alone. Then you get alone with boyfriend, you have no idea what to say to him or who he actually is, or other than like, oh, we have this title, so now we're free from.
But the boys also thinking the same thing.
Of course,
The boys has no clue what's going on.
He's just like cheese.
Yeah, no, but it's more like
Trees and crackers.
it's sweat. Oh my God, sweat. That's what boys are thinking most of the time.
Thank
like,
you for
I feel
articulating that.
I feel like when people like start to date, I feel they feel like more mature in some kind of way just because they're dating.
No, they're actually terrified because they don't know how to date.
It's a milestone, though.
Yeah.
And I think that you do become more mature when you start that process of like getting with people and okay, I know that sounds-
Socially.
yes,
And talking to someone that you have a crush on, and
obviously
getting
when you have
working through those
relationships,
fears.
yeah,
Sure.
Obviously, when you have relationships, you're going to learn stuff about yourself, but
course.
you don't have to.
You don't have to learn things about yourself.
Your life is going to be so long.
You can
Probably.
Wait,
what we're saying is you can learn a lot about yourself outside of a relationship, and so take advantage of that time and build, like what Lyric was saying, build the strongest person possible, so when you do actually decide to date, it's like you're picking someone based on mutual interests and not just someone shoving you together and saying, go in a closet and kiss for 5 minutes.
seven.
Seven, yeah. I don't know. I'm not
7.
up on the kids. The games the kids are playing. But like
7
people.
minutes of heaven.
People
or
make these
something?
games that force people together because everyone's terrified. Like, think about it. These games are like
Truth or dare.
designed to like saying
Yeah.
you're going to do this, and like spin the bottle just like because.
But it's a
like-
part of life.
It's like raising your hand and all agreeing, yes, we're terrified of this. So how can we Twister? I know. I'm wrapped around a boy. That just happened. Okay, so yeah, because it's scary. And then eventually you get to a place where it's like, oh, if I'm gonna actually be dating someone, I would like it to be someone that I like.
Yeah.
And the later you
That's a
wait
good
to
idea.
date, the more likelihood you're going to be dating someone that
The
you
later you wait to date.
Well, like,
The
I
later
mean,
you
like,
wait.
I don't
That's
know.
a good
I
one.
think like 16, 17, 18 is like, it's the 12-year-olds who are dating, it's really kind of just a title. I mean, I get that you're learning and that you're feeling, and like love is love. You feel love at age 7. If you feel love, it feels like love. It doesn't change at
Yeah.
80. It's the same feeling of like this intensity. Like the person walks in and you're like, oh my God, he's here. I mean, that's the same feeling forever, right?
Yeah.
So you can call it a relationship or call it like a crush buddy or call it whatever you want.
Crush buddy.
Crush
But-
buddy, that's cute.
Yeah.
Buddy. Oh.
Yeah, I came up with the term crush buddy because some kids are just not allowed to date. But it's like if you have like a school boyfriend where you both agree, like I like you, you like me, but like we're not like official,
We're not.
then you can just wait until you're old enough. But I certainly don't think that. I think people are much more likely to make fun of like a 13-year-old who doesn't have a boyfriend than they are a 16-year-old because I think high school kids are nicer.
Yeah, like no
Yeah.
one
Well, high school
really
kids just don't care.
cares.
Yeah.
No one cares. Like everyone's just like, oh yeah.
They don't care until you
Cool.
mess with them.
They're like,
you know?
she's really into sports or her grades or theater or whatever. They're not like, it's just like, yeah, you're fine. Are we going to swap out panels or just go one more question and then swap out? One more question. Okay. So I can't pronounce these screen names. Hannah HMW.
Hannah
No,
Huang.
Hannah.
Hannah Huam.
Ow.
It's
Mwah.
Hannah.
Mwah.
I'm
Mwah.
failing.
Oh, it's like a sorry.
It's like a kiss. It's like a big kiss.
Mwah.
I'm failing 3 of my classes. I can ace all homework and in-class stuff, but when it comes to tests, I always fail them, and it keeps my grades down. So I don't know if this is like test fear or test
Okay.
anxiety or whatever. How do I get my grades up? Hands are going up.
I
Hannah?
know. So I used to have this. I would always get so scared on a test. I would get like all shaky because they're timing me. That's why I would get like so scared. It's like, oh, they're timing me and I can't just concentrate. I got to do it so fast and get through it. Like, hey, take your time with the test. You know, the teacher will let you take it after if you like go in overtime and everything. Or sometimes they like put random stuff on tests that you never even learn. Or like take the textbooks they give you and look through and like pick something out and just like try to memorize the whole thing. And sometimes they give you like maybe a pre-test and they actually put everything on the pre-test to the real test. My teacher did that and I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh. But sometimes they do that. They just mess with your mind. And then sometimes you also notice a pattern and I would, yes.
Brady.
I don't know.
That's great advice.
Yes.
Thank
and I
you.
think that like if you're in class, you typically know what's going to be on the test. I mean, like the teacher says it multiple times because they want people to pass because that reflects well on them when people pass. So you can go home and study your book or whatever, but if you don't have time for that and maybe you're going out all the time and you actually have a social life and you're not a nerd, come to my website, Brady Glass. Test Doctor.
Testdoctor.com.
Testdoctor.com. I got answers. I got a whole squad. We'll break into
So,
your school.
isn't there a
We'll break
thing-
some locks.
Hey, you guys, isn't there a thing where if you have a specific test anxiety or whatever, like you can take your test in a special room, or like
True.
if you have like
Yeah,
a
you could
reading or a
actually-
writing disorder.
Okay, but
Yeah,
but like
no,
if this is like really an anxiety issue and you do have the information in your skull, isn't there something that you can apply for and be legitimately like this
So-
kid learns differently, Bubba? Yeah.
So sometimes I would actually have that, and you could actually talk to the teacher about it. They don't really care as long as you take the test, and I was able to talk to my teacher, and so she said, okay, we're going to make an appointment after school, and you're able to take the test like alone, because like sometimes the feeling of people turning pages right next to you just like it gets to you, and you're like, oh no, I didn't finish on page 1 yet, and they're already on page 3 or 4 or whatever, and like you get so scared.
yeah.
And
Lyric?
yeah, you could just
Yeah, are you done?
you could just
Lyric is the considerate one.
Tick. You're done.
okay.
It's a lot.
I don't know.
Wait, go ahead.
You could just hang out with them after school, and
The teacher?
yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, you.
I don't know.
They can help
Brady.
you after school.
Teachers are
No,
very
because-
busy.
Teachers don't want to spend time with kids. Sometimes, well, I mean,
Yes, they do. That's
Yeah,
why they're teachers.
If it's their grades, they will. Like
Yeah,
even
but
if
they're-
like it's even if it's
But
the
they've got
meanest
lives.
teacher
well, okay,
in the
because
world.
the thing is, most people have trouble on tests and like they get
Yeah.
nervous because first of all you have to memorize stuff and that is really scary, and also you have to usually have a certain amount of time unless you have some sort of a 504 IEP whatever blah 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 blah. Those are just specialized
know what
plans to help
those
you.
things
They're just
are.
specialized plans to help you. But yeah, I mean you can just say I really don't think I'm going to be able to do well on this test if I don't have more time. I think that made sense.
you can
So
say
basically,
that.
like, yeah, I need more time on this test if you want me to do well.
I
And
have
usually-
clock anxiety disorder.
Yeah, exactly.
I have CAD.
page turning and clocks. But no, like, yeah. So I mean, you can definitely ask them. They will be happy to hear about it, Brady.
I just remember those kids in high school that had to be taken away.
Wait,
like
what?
They were, no, like test times here. Okay, what was his name? Oh my God.
You don't need
He-
to say his name.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I
you
don't, I'm
don't
not
need to
going to
say
say
his
his.
name,
Okay,
Brady.
we'll call him Alex. I mean, he was already kind of a weird kid, and then he also had to like go into this special room to take tests. Which there's nothing wrong with that at its core. I think that it's fine, but like,
And
you
now he's the president of Disney.
I mean, but it's like you're sequestering yourself,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
like
no, some
you're
people-
drawing attention.
Brady, some people
Most-
need that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's true, yeah, they do.
like,
but
can I just say?
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't want to disagree, but we're supposed to disagree.
Yeah.
You've told us to disagree. So
We all should disagree with Brady.
Don't.
For sure.
okay,
don't
but yeah,
dispel the
I mean,
illusion.
like some people actually need that for them to be successful, and you need to not care about what other people think, and you need to just do what's best for you because, like, yeah, friends are cool, but you want to get into college too.
yeah, grades are cool, but you want to like have cool friends and be invited to parties.
Oh my
and you
God,
don't want to be
Brady.
the prison kid who has to go into the prison whenever he
Yeah,
has to
well, do
take
you
a
want
test.
you won't go to prison if you do well in school, which means
No, I mean like the classroom prison.
Wow,
that
you
think-
are playing
No,
this out
Brady.
to its illogical.
Just
Okay,
saying.
come on, Brady. Brady, just like staying in a room. And so, like, of course, the teacher is with you to help you on the question, so you're not alone at the same time. And so, it's not really a prison. You're learning at the same time.
No, the teacher can't help.
and you're doing
succeeding
better
in
than
life.
everyone else in your class. So
You're
I mean, like, what's
succeeding
wrong?
better than everyone else.
Yeah, but you're also like drawing attention to yourself. Like I need to.
Yeah,
be put
well,
in
that's
this
good.
room.
That's good because then you're being like, I am gonna do well on this test, and I know what's good for me.
Yeah, because, like-
and people appreciate that.
You start to become.
Oh, that was
Swag!
loud.
Swag!
We're wearing
start to
headphones.
become-
Sorry.
you
Boom.
like you start to love yourself in a room, like
Love yourself in a room.
No,
where are we going?
talking. You shouldn't. That's not a reason to love yourself.
No, you start to like be very confident in yourself. That yes, like oh yeah, but like
That's not a reason for confidence.
Love yourself in a room.
Yeah.
Just study.
Exactly.
Just study.
It's a
No,
really private
I mean,
room.
study and everything, but like if you're in a room, you're like, oh, I could do this, and then like when you're in a room with other people, and like other people are turning the pages.
Yeah, you get nervous.
No,
yeah,
I don't
you're
think
like,
that that's-
no,
unless you have, like, a
that's
disorder.
you.
All right,
That's
we have to
you.
move on because we
Okay.
have to get some new panelists on. I don't know if we're ever going to agree, and that's what's wonderful about life.
Me?
Um,
Okay.
Bye, Brady.
Okay, bye. Wow. Got roasted. Yep. Sorry.
Wait, does the camera pause?
No.
Nope.
It's getting all this, so if you want to add some choreography, that'd be
Okay,
great.
here, and
There you go.
Wow.
Skylar and
Wow.
Kenneth are joining the panel. Thank you, Hannah and Brady.
I mean, I just called you Skylar.
Nice job,
Skylar
guys.
Kenneth.
Brady's gone into a room where he can take his tests more privately.
He's gone to the prison now.
All right, our next question is from Anonymous. This question is pretty dishy.
I know. I read this.
Right?
That's my middle name.
Anonymous writes, my sister's boyfriend was staying over for a few days. I was walking down the hallway and he stopped me and asked if I thought he was cute. I reminded him that he was dating my sister and that he identifies as a straight male. I am a guy. Ignoring me, he kissed me right there.
Oh my God.
This sounds like a soap opera.
Yeah,
it
it
sounds like
really
one
does.
of those letters that isn't real. I haven't told my sister about it and I'm not sure if I should. What do you think I should do?
Tell your sister.
Kenneth?
Tell your sister, dear God. Wow. Well, yeah. Do you love your sister? Because you should probably tell your sister. Like, that's her boyfriend, and
And apparently he's into you now. So
like,
Well, it's like it doesn't sound like the kiss was consensual either. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that
was-
definitely,
well,
I would
first
say
of all,
tell everyone.
let's
put it
Tell
on-
the
Put it
world.
on Twitter.
yeah.
Let's just-
That's a Twitter story.
let's
right
just
there.
take a moment to like realize how like amazing this guy is, that he was able to like write this letter, ask for advice, and like I don't know, I feel really bad because like that's a tough situation to have to be in
God.
and have to decide, because it's like your family and it's some random person and it's just a tough situation. But definitely tell your sister, look out, that's your family, and confront this guy. That's be like, why, I don't know, just get to the core of the problem, because it just feels like there's a lot more to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we're all in consensus here that the first thing to do is to tell your sister. But I don't think there's a lot more other than that. As long as you don't feel harmed. If you feel harmed or violated, you may want to tell your parents. So you could maybe go see a therapist. But it doesn't sound like you're traumatized. It just sounds like you're confused, Victoria.
You might want to tell her when he leaves because
True.
he's staying in your house and
Wait, is he? Oh.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Really?
yeah, he's
That
staying
this is
for a few days. So tell her when he leaves.
So
Yeah,
you
don't-
shouldn't tell the parents that there's a
Well,
guy who
But you want to tell
is
him
walking
because
down
he can-
hallways kissing random family members.
Well, we don't know if it's if it's
No, I know. I'm just teasing. I'm being silly. I'm being silly.
We
But
don't
like
know.
that's
We
an
don't know.
inappropriate thing for this guy to do, and he's still sleeping there. Like he needs to
Yeah.
go.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
as soon as possible.
Like goodbye.
Yeah.
Because like
ASAP.
if he's gay, there's another way to do it. Like first of all, don't date a girl, and that's step one.
And also don't
Yeah, don't also
kiss random guys.
kiss like
yeah.
the sibling of the person that
Yeah.
you're dating.
It's like highly inappropriate.
You're so scared right now,
I mean,
Skylar.
because like it sounds
One
like he.
tear.
It almost, if you read between the lines, sounds like he's dating his sister to get to you.
yeah.
Like, do you think I'm cute?
Yeah.
Smooch? No.
Wait, but we don't know is the brother gay or not?
We don't know.
Because like
No, it's
if
just being
he's straight,
It's just,
no,
No,
he said
identifies.
dating my the
He's talking about the
brother,
boyfriend.
The boyfriend.
Oh.
The
So-
boyfriend identifies as a straight
Well,
male.
obviously, if like I wouldn't think so. At least bi or something. But I mean,
guy
Wait,
who
wait,
got-
the brother?
no, well,
No, we're talking about the brother. Is the brother gay?
We don't know. We just know that he ignored the brother and kissed him.
Okay, because
straight male.
no.
No, he's saying-
he's talking about
Okay,
the brother.
The boyfriend
I mean, the
is
boyfriend,
the straight
sorry.
guy. The brother is the one that got kissed by the sister's boyfriend. This
No,
is so complicated.
So Kenneth, so the brother looks at the boyfriend and goes, "Hey, you're identifying as a straight male who's dating my sister. Why are you asking if I think you're cute?"
Oh.
And then
And
the
then
boyfriend
kiss me.
kissed the brother. So we don't know if the brother liked the kiss or not. Like that's not mentioned.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's.
I mean, I'm
it's
guessing.
a soap opera. Huh?
Yeah, because the thing is, if he liked it, and then you say, "What should I do?" Then we could be like, "Okay, well, get with the brother." But I
Well,
wouldn't suggest that.
I mean, even
Don't
with
do that.
friends dating their exes is
Yeah.
dirty
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Don't-
think about it, family. That is
So the trouble with this is the trouble about going right to the sister is like since he's the boyfriend, the girlfriend probably has feelings for the guy. Is the girlfriend going to believe the brother? Because sometimes when you're the one
God.
telling someone that someone made a move on you, they don't believe you because they think you're trying to break them up, like for your own agenda.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
hard.
too.
You were thinking that too.
Yeah.
So what do you think she should do, Victoria, or he should do, Victoria?
Well, if you bring it up in front of the boyfriend when she's with him, you can kind of tell that someone's lying by their like
Body
language.
reaction to the
and
actual-
like it's like no I didn't. It's like yes you did. Like
So tell them in front
in
of each
front?
other. Ooh, wow.
maybe that's what you should do with
Yeah.
the whole family there so that they can protect you just in
the
case.
whole family.
Yeah.
Does Dad have a gun? 'Cause
Maybe I don't know.
know. Kenneth?
We don't know.
that is a great point, but I'm gonna have to disagree with
That's
you on
okay.
that
That's
one.
what we're doing.
I would
here.
have to say like that is really risky, and that is
Yeah.
embarrassing to like the guy. I feel like that would cause a lot more issues, and it just kind of like grow. I feel like and you can tell if someone's being genuine or not.
Ooh,
You know?
I have a good
Yeah,
one.
well,
yeah.
What if you go to the guy and you say, "Listen, you're not completely straight, and you're dating my sister. So if you don't tell her, I will. And we don't have to mention that you kissed me, but I'm not comfortable with you continuing to date my sister when you're interested in me. So you need to rectify this." Aaron.
Hey there, I wouldn't want to normally step in on a question like this, but I gotta get this out of the way real quick. Is that this is an unwanted sexual advance, and that's
we don't know
something.
how unwanted it was. Like,
It was pretty unwanted. I mean,
Yeah.
this was like, dude, why are you asking me how cute you are? And then suddenly kiss, and then
they had to be
and-
standing
wait,
really close for the kiss to
No,
even be.
no, he just runs in and kisses, right? So he
Alright.
closes the distance, he kisses, and it's like, oh my god, I need to tell people because I don't feel okay about this situation, right? This is not something that's
Yeah, that's
normal.
why
It's
he's
not something you're supposed to
asking us.
stand down on. This is something you need to, without that guy there, you need to tell your sister, and you need to tell your parents, and all at once. Not with him there, saying, I don't feel comfortable, this is what happened, I'm not telling a lie, I feel shaken by this
And
incident,
violated,
and
yeah.
exactly, this is not something I wanted, can we take care of this together?
Okay,
Right.
that sounds good.
Really, that was like an awesome. That's a great idea. I
Yeah.
feel like that was really needed also to be out there. So if the person,
If they felt violated.
Exactly.
Yeah, in their own home. Lyric.
He should write down in a journal or something, journals out loud, but no, like, or record himself soon after this happened and say what day it happened and the exact details. Because then you can say, look, I wrote this down after this happened. This is how I felt about it. And it'll kind of make it more like, wow, he's really feeling something about this, so that when you tell the sister, she'll be like, okay, like, he's really genuine about this. This is not fake.
And depending upon your age, it's an increasing violation.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're
Yeah.
12 or 14, if you're 17, it's like, all right, you can handle yourself and just say, I'm not into guys, or I like you, but you're dating my sister, or whatever, what have you. But like, if you're 14 or 15, it really is a violation. You don't, you don't just, if you were a girl and that guy kissed you when he was dating your sister, it's not okay. Victoria?
I'm assuming that the sister's boyfriend is older since they're staying.
We're just assuming it. Yeah,
because
he's staying
and then
over, so maybe they're 18
what
or 19.
happens if it's the little brother?
Yeah, we think
That's like
Well, I don't think he's young because it sounds like he
mean-
was walking down the hallway and then her boyfriend is at the same place. So I'm guessing they go to the same school, so he goes to high school.
No.
they could be college kids.
That's in his
Yeah.
house.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we just don't know.
That's in his house.
Yeah, this is hard to...
Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say real
wait.
quick that
Oh wait, down the hallway in school or in the house?
I feel like in the house, yeah.
Yeah, it says in the house.
What was
Oh,
he gonna
that's
say?
even
Wait,
more
wait, wait,
risky.
wait, wait,
That's what I mean. He could be older. He could be like 17, and this little kid's like 11.
Oh, I hope not.
What was
That
you-
would be awful.
What were you gonna say?
Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say that it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl or how old they are. If they didn't want the kiss, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
under any circumstance
Right.
anyway. So it's kind of a moot point anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like-
if it was unmutual, it's an issue. Yeah.
And he made it clear in the like it was obviously
Ignoring me, he kissed me right there. It
Yeah.
sounds like it was unwelcomed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we wish you the very best and
Yes.
take care of yourself. Harmony X5 writes, I went to college to become a daycare teacher, but now I feel like my true passion is to be a video editor. My family all want me to go to school to become a school teacher, and I don't want to. I feel pressured to go to teacher's college. What do I do? Skylar.
I say you should follow your own passion, because if you do something like that your parents want you to do, then you're not going to like doing it, and you're going to get bored, and you're going to try and quit, and it's not worth it. It's just a waste of time, and it's not. Just do what you want to do, and if your parents don't like it, then you have to just step up and tell them you don't like it, and be very honest about it and straightforward.
Kenneth?
Yeah, that's a really good point. What parents don't understand is like it's as much as they want to take care of you and what they want the best for you, it is your life, and it is your life to make your greatest accomplishments and your greatest failures. And if they want to be a video editor and it's their life, and they want to be happy in their future and they feel like this is going to make them happy, then they should definitely go for it. And even if things don't work out, they're always going to have, just their parents. And if they make it clear to their parents, just they need the support. And at the end of the day, just, make it clear what you want for your future and your life.
Lyric?
I'm gonna let Victoria go, but then I'll go after.
Okay.
If you do video editing, and not do the teacher thing,
Good thing you're not a guidance counselor. Go ahead.
You would feel more passionate about the editor thing, and you would be driven to do more and more and more, and you'd have much more fun, and then you could become better at it than you would be if you were a teacher, because then you're doing something you don't want to do, and then it's going to sort of be like a drag every day.
I feel like learning how to edit video is not mutually exclusive from having a career where you can get a job. So we know that teachers can get jobs and be hired. We don't always know that you're going to get hired as a video editor. But you can certainly, on your own time, ask for a program, get Final Cut X or Avid or Adobe Premiere Pro, and just go online, go to YouTube and say, how do you edit in this program? And just edit, start your own YouTube channel. It's something you can teach yourself. So I'm kind of like in between on this, because I do want you to be able to take care of yourself financially. Skylar.
So I'm just going to make a pre-assumption and maybe think that your parents have been strict your whole life. I'm discussing. And so let's say you do video editing, and you're like, I'm not going to teacher school. And then when you become very successful, it's like a really good revenge, because the best revenge is massive success. And you could be like, ha.
You need to go to school for video editing, and there's a lot of trade schools that will take a lot of your parents' money that aren't really going to teach you more than you could teach yourself, because anyone with a computer can teach themselves how to edit video just by doing it and finding other friends that do it and learning, just becoming collaborative and making YouTube stuff together. Lyric.
Well, also, your parents are going to be happy that you have a job at all. I mean, and it might take them a little while to get over that you didn't do what they wanted you to do. But in the long run, you're the one who has to live with yourself and have your own profession. And if you're in a profession that's not making you happy, you're going to look back, and I'm not old, but, I've heard this happening, where people are 80 and they're like, okay, I wish that I had done something different. I wish that I had gotten a different job. And, I know that family is so important, and a lot of people say family first, but also you first, because you have to live your life, queen.
I know. I'm just simply making the point that it's probably more likely that you can get a job as a teacher than you getting a job as a video editor.
Yeah, that is true.
That's the only point I'm making. So just to cover your bases, that's what I'm recommending.
Make
But-
YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You-
recommending. But but if you really hate kids, then don't have that be your job. There's other things you can do, and speak to your parents about it. Kenneth.
Yeah, I feel like that's a point that we didn't really get to. We're like, we're us being not adults. We're not realizing, money is a huge issue when you're an
Yeah.
adult, and we're all like, oh, go for your dreams, and then you're like, yeah, you need a job, and that's a really great point. And I think that I feel like my advice for this, like I feel like a better idea would be, I feel you should maybe be a day teacher and maybe just do video editing on the side, get good at it, learn about it, exceed in it, and then apply to other jobs, because there's definitely cases where you can have a job and also apply for other jobs at the same time.
Of course, and the thing about video editing is like you can join a network of people in your community that are also filming and making videos, and all of a sudden find yourself with a job offer, and then be able to say to your parents, look, I'm dropping out of college because I'm kind of paving my way in this career path, and I'm not going to really need to be a teacher. Lyric.
Yeah, I don't think right now just dropping everything in terms of, your school teacher thing and just being like, I'm going to focus on the video editing, because you may have, like Wheezy said, have a hard time finding a job, and you don't want that to be the case. And then your parents are going to be like, okay, you need to go to school now, like for something, you need to get a job now. So I definitely think if you can do the whole like school teacher thing for part-time, and then be working on your passions meanwhile, then you can be like, I've been working hard on this, I got a job, I can quit my
I almost want to throw to Matt, because Matt is in a career where it's very difficult to get a job in this career. He's in radio, and it's the same as video. It's like you have to be good at it before anyone's going to hire you, and people are basically self-taught in these fields, these trade schools that offer. Do you have a microphone near you, Matt?
I do.
Yeah. What do you recommend?
Oh boy. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend the career path that I took, which was, I sort of would. I went to college, and I got a 4-year degree, but it was focused on radio production. It's been kind of a labor of love. I've done production and engineering, but and I've gotten a lot of satisfaction out of that, which there's something to be said for that. I've also been, hard. Money's been hard for a long time until you reach the peak of that profession. So, I honestly, school is good, and I think you want to look at something that will support you.
And that's what you're going to recommend for your kids.
Yes. Yeah. For example, my daughter wants, she's 15, she's very interested in going to culinary school, which I will support, but I also want her to take business classes, because as I told her, you don't want to be the cook that has to work 12 hours a day and all weekend long and not own the place. You want to be the person who runs the place and cook because you love to cook. But you don't want to be, at someone else's beck and call.
Right, at the mercy of somebody else. Always looking for the next job. Victoria.
There's like film class. My dad's cousin, he does film, and he's a teacher. So he has time to do all this editing and stuff like that. So teachers, they get out like at 3 or something like that, right?
Well, I think they prepare their lessons and they do grading and stuff like that. So we'd have to actually talk to a teacher about the hours. But I understand what you're saying. Like you can go to college and major in film, or you can go to college and minor in film. You can get your 4-year degree and still really learn a lot about editing and meet a lot of other people that are making films. And it feels like it's just one of those things that you learn by doing. And Matt started at Premiere when he was like 19 years old, and he just worked his way up, learning every job there is to do at that company. You could show up, if there's a video editing place in your community, you could just show up and say, I just want to help. I don't need money. I just want to be here. And you dive in. You don't just say to your parents, I want to be a video editor. You edit. An edit, like a writer writes, an editor edits, because now those tools are at everyone's desktop because of computer technology. You cannot just you used to dream it and like have to find some edit bay where they would let you try it. Now you can actually do it. Lyric.
You can also do an internship type program thing where you basically, I think this was kind of what someone might have said, but you just like kind of see what it's like in a day in the life of a video editor. And I had a friend actually who did like an internship for the same thing, and she's younger, but she learned so much. And that's kind of always a good thing to do, to see what a day in the life is, because you have to imagine, okay, what can I do this? Would I want to wake up? You have to, okay, this is what my uncle, who knows, like he does career counseling, blah, blah, blah. You having your worst day, would I like to go to my job today? Mm-hmm. And if you could imagine yourself going to that job every day, then that's a good job for you. But if you're like what it sounds like with the daycare thing, or the teacher, you wouldn't want to do that every day. Mm-hmm. So just seeing a day in the life of whatever
somebody.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's move on to our next question. All good advice. Anonymous writes, how can I tell if a guy likes me? I feel like he may just see me as one of the guys. He texts me nearly every day. He always gives me his hoodie when I'm cold, but we wrestle and throw football all the time, so maybe he just sees me as a friend. All right, so my first thing is like, okay, if you guys are 12, then he likes you. But if you're like 18 and he's wrestling with you, he needs to stop wrestling and ask you out. So like there's different ways that boys behave at different ages. What do you guys think?
All right, ladies, take it away.
I thought you were going to be like, all right, ladies, now it's my turn. Kenneth, you're the only guy. Go.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It depends on the age, but definitely if he texts you nearly every day, you're obviously a part of his life, that he's taking that time. And if he gives you the hoodie when he's cold, you can, that's up to you if he's a good guy or not and would do that for somebody else. But I feel like it's also, the thing is that people are so scared to ask the question, like, oh, do you like me or do you not like me? Is this going to ruin the friendship? Is this not going to ruin the friendship? But sometimes you just you gotta go for it. If this is something that's bothering you and something that's, really aching you gotta ask, or you gotta hint to it. And I feel, to be honest with you, I feel like he probably does like you. And so either way, I feel like the best decision would be, is confront. Because one of the things, at least for me, is that it's always, being the guy, you always have to be the person that most of the times you gotta be the person that asks out. And that's a big responsibility. And whenever girls do things first, it's a nice gesture, and it's we know how tough that is, so we recognize it. So my advice would be definitely either ask him or just assume that he does.
Lyric.
Oh, I want to let Skylar go. I feel really bad. I'm always
okay. Skylar.
Maybe,
Skylar.
You don't exactly have to upfront be like, oh, do you like me? Just be like, oh, you're looking kind of cute today. maybe
looking fine today.
On the shoulder, hey,
No, the
how
first
are
thing
you?
you need to do is just go up and be like me, tell me, yes, no.
Wait, say just me right now. Me.
Wouldn't that be really scary for him to be like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's so scary. You don't know how scary that
I'd
is
be
for
like,
a girl
oh
to
God.
be like,
I'm like, I'm leaving. Run away.
Of course not. I mean, just bring it up. It's like, hey, we've been friends for a while, and I like you, and
You could say something just something cute like, oh, are we more than friends? Because I'm wearing your
you
hoodie.
guys are wrestling, and then you go, are we more than friends?
That's a good one.
And you can say things like, oh, if you take a selfie with him, he's like, we look cute together, and just wait to see what he says. Because if he's like, no, we don't, or you're ugly. Well, I look cute, but you don't. No. No, you just say little cute things like that, take pictures together and just see if here's a good test. If you're sitting at a table with him and his hand's on the table, you put your hand on the table near his. If he doesn't pull his hand away, then the next time he says something funny, you touch his hand, like, and just like, oh, that's so funny. What? Go ahead, Kenneth.
This is so funny because I'm just like, man, you guys make this so complicated. Like, oh my god, like just ask the guy. Like, it's like it's harder to ask the guy than take pictures, put your hand on the table.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
How am I going to sell my book if there aren't 17 chapters, Kenneth?
I'm sorry. Okay? I don't know these
It
things.
can't be that simple.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like if he's wrestling you, that could also be just an excuse to like touch you.
Yeah.
And like, oh my God, quiet. What is that?
No,
mean,
that's like
Kenneth?
that's
for
I'm
sure.
agreeing.
Right. For sure.
I'm right.
But
You
does
are
he-
right.
Thank you.
Skylar.
Oh, but
Sky.
does he wrestle with other girls and boys?
And boys, okay.
Scandalous.
He's such a wrestle player. Yeah, that's. I think that guys wrestle with girls.
So
'cause,
stalk
like,
him
it
and
just-
see.
No, we don't just go up to a girl and start wrestling them. Like,
No, you don't.
I mean,
But they're
there has to be some sort of relationship to wrestle with a girl.
Right.
And
Because
so-
it's like the most physical contact that you get before you're actually dating her. So guys will wrestle. If they have that kind of playful relationship with a girl, they will wrestle. Because it's like, it's all in. They get to do that and have it be just kind of funny and fun. I've seen a girl in one of my classes, she broke her knee wrestling with the boy that she likes.
Ooh.
Yeah, they would, because that's how like
Pain
Anything-
for love.
anything for love.
they were just wrestling too much. It's like better just tell each other that you like each other, and it's like let the other person like live.
Instead of hurting each other.
Victoria.
Oh, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. So let's jump to. Should we do one more question, or are we wrapping it up? Time. It's, the cameras may be at their exhausted point. You guys have been a tremendous panel. Give it up for yourselves. I want to thank everybody for being with us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the app Journals in the iTunes App Store. It's a free download. We love you. Bye-bye.
Oh, this is my favorite.